Hi, I'm WeatherBug meteorologist Rachel Peterson. We're going to take a look at the forecast for Friday, October 22nd in just a moment. First off, though, let's take a look into the tropics where we have our 19th tropical system and our 17th tropical storm, Richard.
I don't know if it helped much. We're going to see a high of 64 degrees. We'll be back after the break. I am here with Lisa in the SPCA, and I took it from Frank because I fell in love with George. He's the cutest puppy ever, and he has the best story. Yes. Lisa, I want you to tell this story. He is a hero.
Rachel, good morning. What's going on out there?
Well, Frank, we're here at the Merle Boulevard Post Office, and I have some trivia questions for you today. I know, you're laughing. I'm in a mail truck.
I'm laughing.
We have that low pressure system down here in the south continuing to pull moisture off the Pacific and basically push it up over the mountain west. We have the threat of flash flooding in Utah and portions of Arizona, and those thunderstorms pressing up all the way into Idaho. Beautiful pictures like this in your backyard could end up meaning trouble come tomorrow. I'll explain coming up in your forecast. WFMY News 2 will be right back. Everybody wants to know, is the rain over for the rest of the evening? So let's get right to it and show you the radar right now. This is the last 6 hours. The rain has been moving through the Piedmont. Most of the strong severe thunderstorms have been in the southern part of the Piedmont, right around Troy and Montgomery County, and then also east into Moore and Lee County. Looks like the rain, for the most part, is done for the Piedmont. This is a look at what's left. Right now, we're seeing some stronger storms still down around Raleigh. Back to the west, that looks great, nice and dry. We even widened this out to see if maybe we have a little bit in Tennessee still, but nope, looks like that is all nice and dry. As for rain rates with this and rain totals, let's take a look at our neighborhood weather network right now because we did pick up quite a bit of rain with this. Mount Airy picked up just about 3/4 of an inch of rain. As for Blowing Rock, we had almost 7/10 of an inch of rain, and Greensboro at the Natural Science Center, just about 6/10 of an inch of rain. So some pretty decent rain out of this system. Temperatures cooled down just a little bit, but we're still seeing some temperatures in the 60s. Look at that, Greensboro still at 66 degrees. Now we're seeing a lot of cloud cover as a result of the rain that's moved through, but you can see how the big thick clouds have now moved down east, and we're seeing some of those thinner clouds over the Triad and the Piedmont, and we're also seeing a break in those clouds back to the west. That means we're going to see some clearing overnight, but it looks like the fog is going to be taking over. Right now we have that cold front that's going to be pushing through the Piedmont. As that pushes through, it's going to be the focus for some fog. We may even see some dense fog at times, and that may last into the morning, so be careful on your drive home and to work. Tomorrow, high pressure should hopefully clear that fog away, and we end up with clear skies to partly sunny skies. Temperatures should be in the 60s. Now, this is a tricky combination for tomorrow because if that fog decides to stick around, we may not see the sun come out soon enough to get us up into the 60s, and it looks like we may be into the 50s. So we're just going to have to kind of wait and see. You'll have to check in with Ed to find out exactly what we'll expect for tomorrow. As for Friday, though, we see this frontal system start to push through. Looks like it'll be in Tennessee in the morning, but should be across the Piedmont and the Triad by Friday afternoon. So get ready for another wet day, and we may even see some of this lingering into Saturday morning. So tonight we're faced with fog, could be dense in some areas, so if you're out and about tonight, please be careful on those roadways. Temperatures should be extremely mild, right around 42 degrees. Tomorrow we'll see that morning fog. It should clear out, end up being partly cloudy. I'm going to say we'll see less fog and more sunshine, so those high temperatures should be right around 66 degrees tomorrow. Here's what we're expecting to see for the rest of the week. Like I mentioned, the rain comes into the picture Friday afternoon. We'll reach the 60s, though, before that rain comes in, and then it looks like we'll see cooler temperatures on the backside of that with highs in the 50s. It's a little closer to normal. Tomorrow, though, almost 20 degrees above the normal for the mid-January. Today is Thursday, September 2nd. I'm WeatherBug meteorologist Rachel Peterson. We're going to talk about the forecast in just a moment, but first let's focus in on Earl. Earl is bearing down on North Carolina today. We're seeing wind, rain, storm surge flooding along the Outer Banks and the eastern portion of North Carolina, possibly 2 to 4, maybe even up to 6 inches of rain. Storm surge 3 to 5 feet above normal tides, and winds at hurricane force. Now, Earl is expected to roll right on up the eastern seaboard, threatening Massachusetts by early Saturday morning and then moving into the Canadian Maritime by early Sunday. Well, Earl isn't our only storm to be worried about. We also have Fiona. Fiona is out here in the Atlantic working its way toward Bermuda, expecting to make impact on Saturday morning as a tropical storm. Also, we have Gaston. Gaston is way out here in the Atlantic. It is working its way straight west and expected to strengthen to a hurricane over the weekend. We'll be keeping a close eye on all of these storms. As for the forecast for Thursday, here's what we're expecting to see. We are going to end up with some storms basically moving through the upper Midwest and Great Lakes down through the plains. We're expecting severe thunderstorms to accompany this cold front as it works its way north and eastward. High pressure over the eastern seaboard pumping up the heat, so we're going to possibly see record highs up near Maine. There's Earl right on the North Carolina coast. And as we go back to the west, high pressure in control, so lots of sunshine. Cooler and milder temperatures across the northern tier, but the heat is still in the southwest. Sizzling temperatures from Arizona on up into California. 91 in San Francisco, 92 in Los Angeles, 97 in El Paso. Still seeing the heat and humidity in Texas, 93 in Atlanta and 93 in New York.
Keep giving it to us.
All right, good news is traffic is running smoothly out here. I am at the on-ramp for Business 40 right now. Cars are running through here, and I have to tell you, the conditions out here really have not been that bad. We've been at the corner with the McDonald's, and a gentleman rode his bike into work this morning. So they couldn't have been that bad if somebody's willing to ride their bicycle into work. Now, what we have seen is we have seen the rain disappear over the last 2 hours, and we've seen the fog settle in. You can see that's going to be the hindrance here with driving conditions is the fog. We're not so much concerned about icy roads because all we've seen are a lot of puddles on the roadways. We saw a few trucks earlier that were laying down brine. Those stopped a couple of hours ago, and now everything seems to be running just smoothly. So get out there, get your day moving, because there's no reason you need to stay inside.
Rain in the same areas today as we continue to watch our low pressure system pumping moisture off the Gulf of Mexico and driving it northward. Now, the stationary front isn't going to move a whole lot, and our low isn't going to move a whole lot either, but we have that secondary cold front coming in from the northwest, and that means all the moisture is going to get trapped right in this area. So we're basically going to see it funneled up from the Gulf Coast up into the mid-Atlantic region.
So while we dodged the bullet this time around, it's time to be prepared for next time. So let's talk about the stuff that you need next time we talk about a possible ice storm.
I have to bring in my colleague, Rachel Peterson, who's here with us. You know what? We sent her out on assignment. And what did you find?
Well, I found a very alternative way of exercising that's kind of specific for women. I like to call it a female sorority, so to speak.
All right, let's take a look, see what you came up with.
The sights and sounds of Egypt are just a twist and turn away.
Here we embrace all kinds of different body shapes and different types of people.
It's more as exotic than erotic, I guess.
Well, now that all depends on whose belly you're watching. Belly dancing dates back to the 1700s, but it's being practiced right here in the Triad.
You are the owner of this studio and the instructor, and tell me, why did you get into teaching this?
Why did I get into teaching? Why did I get into belly dancing?
All of it.
Well, the way I got started was that she wanted me to do ballroom dancing, and I realized that took 2 people, and belly dancing doesn't require a bald-headed fat man to participate.
I didn't feel very good about myself.
Right.
I was 35 years old, and I was looking for something new and different, something that would hold my interest for exercising. I tried aerobics, I tried a lot of different things, and nothing held my interest.
Paula Stump picked up the gyrating, jingling, and hip bumping of belly dancing. And if you don't think this is a sport...
It's not only a great dance, it's actually an athletic performance. I mean, the muscle control and the muscle tone that they have is dramatic. For example, we just had our 25th wedding anniversary, and she put on her wedding dress, and it fit exactly as it did the day we got married, whereas I can only get my pants up around my knees. So
I know every woman out there would die to fit into the dress that they wore 25 years ago.
her belly is still flat, so that's a bonus. Well, it's pretty much still flat. It's flatter than mine, that's for sure.
Paula's students speak pretty highly of this tummy tango.
It's good for your body. You know, my abs have become more toned.
Since I've started doing it, I have a lot of energy. I have a lot more self-confidence.
Your mom does belly dancing. What do you think about that?
I think it's great. She does a really good job. She enjoys it. She's been doing it for a while, and I'm real proud of her.
Whatever made you want to share this with other women?
It's just the love of the dance and helping women get in touch with themselves and their bodies and feel better about themselves, help them gain confidence. I've seen some wonderful metamorphoses with some of my students.
And it's for everyone, in shape, out of shape, young and old.
What does she think about having Grandma be a belly dancer?
Oh, she loves it. She knows how to dance like her, and she can shake it just like she does, and we try to go see her, and she'll get out and dance with her with all the people.
Let the energy come right up through your heels, up through your legs. Good girl.
All right, Rach, so I have to know, after doing that, would you advise folks to go out and do it?
Absolutely. It was a blast. It was fun. It was hard. It was all of those things. And it's only $12 a time, or you can pay $56 for a 6-week course. It was definitely worth it. I would recommend it to every woman out there. And it's kind of a sorority where there's no men, so you don't have to feel self-conscious about yourself. You just go out there, have fun, and burn a little energy.